It's just my voice now. Just my voice now.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Behind the Workflow, the podcast where we celebrate the invisible work that keeps businesses running and occasionally wonder how some businesses are running at all. Hello, workflow wizards, automation enthusiasts, coffee powered operations professionals, and everyone who ever asked AI a simple question only to get a 7-page essay. Welcome back to Behind the Workflow, the podcast where we pull back the curtain on business operations, laugh at the wonderfully weird things that happen behind the scenes, and celebrate the people who somehow keep everything running. I'm Melissa, business operations professional, workflow detective, recovering spreadsheet therapist, and apparently an AI babysitter. Because today's episode is all about everyone's newest coworker, artificial intelligence, or as I like to call it, the employee who's available 24 hours a day, never asks for a vacation, answers instantly, and occasionally makes things up with incredible confidence. So grab yourself some snacks, your favorite beverages, open your favorite AI tool, whether it's Zapier, Monday.com, Make.com, NAN. Double check everything it tells you and let's get started. But before we go any further, let's take a look at our corporate confession number 10. Let's start with a confession. Have you ever asked AI one simple question, something like, can you summarize this meeting? 30 seconds later, it gives you an executive summary, 5 action items, a communication plan, 3 follow-up emails, a SWOT analysis, a motivational quote, and somehow a recipe for banana bread. You sit there wondering, I only asked for meeting notes. AI heard, I'd like an entire consulting engagement. Previously, on Behind the Workflow, over the last few weeks, we've talked about cleaning up a messy data, building better relationships between tables, writing DAX, creating dashboards. Today, we're talking about the tool everyone seems to have an opinion about, AI. Some people think it's going to replace everyone. Others think it's just autocomplete with confidence. Personally, I think it's somewhere in the middle. Meet your new coworker. Imagine AI as the newest employee. It shows up on day one, full of energy, ready to help, raises its hand for every project, answers every question immediately, never says, I don't know, which honestly should have been our first clue. Here's the good news. There are things AI is genuinely great at. Writing first drafts, summarizing meetings, brainstorming ideas, cleaning up messy data, explaining complicated topics, helping organize information. It's like having an intern who can read the entire internet in about 6 seconds. That's pretty impressive. Then there's the other side. Here's where things get interesting. AI also has moments where it sounds incredibly convincing while being completely wrong. Not slightly wrong, completely wrong. And the scary part is, it says everything with the confidence of someone who's already been promoted twice. Imagine asking a coworker, what time is the meeting? And they confidently reply, Tuesday at 2. The meeting is actually Wednesday. They don't hesitate. They don't apologize. They just keep talking. That's AI on a rough day. Throughout Throughout my time in operations, I spent a lot of time improving workflows, building documentation, creating reports, designing dashboards, automating repetitive work. When AI started becoming part of those conversations, I wasn't asking, can AI do the job? I was asking, what parts of my job shouldn't require me in the first place? Because nobody becomes an operations professional hoping to spend 4 hours rewriting meetings or formatting emails or reorganizing bullet points. Those are perfect jobs for AI. The thinking, the strategy, the decisions, those still need people. AI's favorite hobby, overachieving. They are overachievers. You ask, write me a short email. AI responds with 5 paragraphs, 3 inspirational quotes, 2 emojis, a call to action, a mission statement, and somehow a weather forecast. AI has never heard the phrase, keep it simple. Let's go to one of my favorite parts of AI and the not so favorite parts either, the prompt Olympics. One thing I've learned, AI is only as good as the instructions you give it. It's kind of like ordering coffee. If you say, I'd like a cup of coffee, you'll get a cup of coffee. If you say, I'd like a medium iced caramel latte with oat milk, 1 cup of vanilla, light ice, and cinnamon on top, you're probably getting exactly what you wanted. The better the prompt, the better the result. Let's head on over to another one of my favorite and not so favorite parts of AI. AI is a terrible mind reader. Sometimes people say AI gave me a bad answer. Maybe, or maybe. We asked a vague question. AI cannot read your mind. Although, based on some prompts I've seen, it definitely tries. My One of my favorite AI moments was one time I asked AI to help organize information. It did a beautiful job, except it invented 2 facts that had never existed. Completely fictional. It looked very professional, sounded believable, total nonsense. That's when I realized something important. AI is an amazing assistant. It's a terrible fact checker. Always verify your work. Always. You never know what you're going to get with AI. So you always have to check it. AI is a great tool, but never forget to remove the prompt. Because if it goes to a client, they will know that you are using AI. They're not stupid. Now let's go to the office break. Sometimes I imagine AI sitting in the office break room. Power Query walks in. Morning, Power Query says. Power BI grabs a coffee. DAX is arguing with itself. Excel is still opening slowly. Then AI bursts through the door. I already solved everyone's problems. Power Query asks, did anyone ask you to? AI smiles. No, but I solved them anyway. My final thoughts on this, one thing I've learned throughout my career is this: technology doesn't replace good operations, it supports good operations. AI can save time, generate ideas, help organize work, even speed up documentation, but it still needs someone asking good questions, checking all the answers, and making smart decisions. That's where operation professionals shine. AI might be the fastest coworker in the office, But experience, judgment, and common sense, forget about it. Forget about AI having all that. They don't. We're the ones who have the experience. We're the ones that make judgment calls. We're the ones who have the common sense, and it still matters. So before we wrap up, I want to hear from you. What is the funniest thing AI has ever said to you? Did it confidently invent something? Completely misunderstand your request? Write an email that sounded like a Shakespearean play? Or give you an answer so wrong you almost admired the confidence? Share your story. I have a feeling that there are a lot of good ones out there, especially with AI. Thanks for joining me for another episode of Behind the Workflow. If today's episode made you laugh or reminded you to double check AI before hitting send, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with that coworker who is convinced AI is going to take over the office right after it figures out how to stop adding emojis to executive emails. Until next time, remember, AI is an incredible coworker. Just don't let it send the email without reading it first or removing the prompt.
It's just my voice now. Just my voice now.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Behind the Workflow, the podcast where we celebrate the invisible work that keeps businesses running and occasionally wonder how some businesses are running at all.